Hello and welcome to this video. Today we will be looking at the Europa League draw for the round of 16. Some really tasty ties. Obviously this isn't the main competition in Europe, but there are some decent ties, all considering. Obviously Arsenal aren't in this one, which is disappointing. I watched that game, I saw the Aubameyang goal, which I thought was excellent, but Olympiakos, to their credit, got the win at the Emirates Stadium and progressed, and they have been rewarded with another English tie. But we will get through all of these in a second. The first thing to note is there's no seeds and no country protection in this round, which means anyone can draw anyone, and there's no seeding, so it can be either home or away, not like how the winners always play at home in the second leg of the group. Salzburg and Frankfurt are yet to play their second leg due to the adverse weather conditions. I think there was a hurricane in Austria, and that is being played tonight, this evening at 5 o'clock GMT. However, it is a 4-1 aggregate win so far for Eintracht Frankfurt, so you would imagine that Frankfurt get through. So those are the two things that I thought I would bring to your attention. The next thing is these rounds will be played on the 12th and 19th of March 2020, so next month, just before the international break. And the first game was Istanbul Başakşehir, I'm not sure if I pronounced that right, but hopefully I have, versus FC Copenhagen, who obviously knocked out Celtic. And Istanbul, they beat Sporting Lisbon 5-4 in aggregate after a 4-1 win in the second leg, so an amazing accomplishment by them. This is the first time they've been this far in the competition. Olympiakos will face Wolverhampton Wanderers. So Wolverhampton Wanderers absolutely smashed Espanyol 4-0 in the first leg. They did lose the reverse fixture 3-2, but went through 6-3 on aggregate, so comfortable victory on aggregate in the end for Wolverhampton Wanderers. And I feel that this could be a competition where Wolves could really shine. I think they desperately want Champions League football in Wolves at some point, and I think that's one of their main goals. So I think this could be a big competition for Wolves. Olympiakos, after extra time, got the late goal. I think it was 119th minute of extra time to win on away goals. 2-2 that finished. Massive congratulations to them. The scenes of that goal, the fans on the pitch, and all of the players and the staff were all over there. It was great to see. But Arsenal will be disappointed with themselves in that one. Rangers did exceedingly well to qualify for the next round. They beat Braga, and they played on Wednesday night. That's why I can't find the fixture. So they won 3-2 in the opening leg. They were 2-0 down, but 3 quick goals. I think Joe Aribo scored one. I think he scored the winning goal in that one. Made it 3-2, and then a 1-0 win. Ryan Kent with the goal against Braga away from home to win 4-2 on aggregate. So brilliant win for Rangers. And they are rewarded with a great tie, in my opinion, against Bayer Leverkusen. So Bayer Leverkusen are currently 5th, I think. Yeah, 5th in the Bundesliga. They're going quite well. They'll probably qualify for Europe once again, so I think that's a really good tie for Rangers. I think it'll be a great occasion. I think that sometimes in Scottish football at Celtic Park and at Ibrox, they create some amazing atmosphere. So I'm really looking forward to watching Rangers versus Bayer Leverkusen. I think it'll be a great occasion, and I don't think the Bayer Leverkusen will lose the fixture against Rangers. I think they'll have too much power. But it will be a interesting game. Next game, Wolfsburg versus Shakhtar Donetsk. So Wolfsburg are currently 7th in the Bundesliga, and they will be facing Shakhtar Donetsk. 2 reasonably matched teams, in my opinion. So Shakhtar Donetsk beat Benfica 4-5 on aggregate after a 3-3 draw. So they just about scraped through. However, they would have had that away goal anyway, so they were comfortable really. So Benfica would have to score another 2 goals to go through. So well done to Shakhtar Donetsk. I'm just trying to find Wolfsburg results. So they played Malmo, and they won 3-0 in the away fixture, the second leg, and also 2-1 in the home leg. So they comfortably got through against Malmo. and they were rewarded with a tie against Shakhtar Donetsk. Next one is Inter Milan, who I think will go very, very close in this tournament versus Getafe. So Inter Milan played Ludogorets and they won the opening tie 2-0. Then they played them at home and won 2-1. This was played in closed doors, nobody allowed in the stadium because of the coronavirus. So that was interesting. It was a behind closed doors game, and Inter Milan ran out 2-1 winners. They were a really good side, but they do have this title race going on in Italy with Juventus, so it'll be interesting to see how much he really, really values this competition over the league, because obviously if you had the option, Conte would want to win the league. Getafe, they did very, very well, knocking out Ajax. So Ajax won 2-1 on the night, but a 2-0 win for Getafe in the opening leg allowed them to go through 3-2 on aggregate. So that was a very, very good win for Getafe. I was expecting Ajax to do a little bit better than that, but obviously they did so well in the Champions League last season. They lost De Ligt, they lost Schöne, they lost De Jong, of course. So they lost some key players, and Getafe went through, who are 5th in the La Liga. So maybe they'll have a go this time. Sevilla are the next team drawn out. They will play Roma. So Sevilla drew 0-0 with Club Brugge, but drew 1-1 on aggregate, and Sevilla, because of that away goal, went through. So a tight game. They will play Roma, who drew 1-1 with Ghent in last night's fixture, but won 1-0 in the opening leg to win 2-1 on aggregate. Two sides that could possibly do something. Maybe obviously two big sides. Roma are in 5th place in Serie A, so there's a fair chance they could be one of the ones looking to win this tournament, especially as if they don't get Champions League football, they want to win that to gain that Champions League place. I think the Champions League space in this tournament has been such a great initiative for people to really take it seriously. I think it's a great idea. Sevilla are currently 4th in La Liga, so they are going very well as well, so they could be a threat. So Frankfurt and Salzburg are the next out. So Frankfurt and Salzburg, as I said earlier, didn't play because of this hurricane that was in Austria. So they play tonight at 5 o'clock or 6 o'clock in their time. So Frankfurt are currently all the way down in 11th place. So not having the best season. They obviously lost Jovic and lost Sebastian Haller over the summer. So those two big losses up front. I'm not sure how else they're getting on, who they signed, because I don't really keep up to date with the Bundesliga as much as I should, but they are 4-1 up in that tie, so they should go through. Salzburg are 2nd in the Bundesliga in Austria. FC Basel is who they will place, and they beat Apoel Nicosia 4-0 on aggregate, a 1-0 win in the second leg, and obviously a 3-0 win away to comfortably dispatch of the Cypriot side. And the last tie is Lask of Austria versus Manchester United. So I think Manchester United will be pleased with this tie. They have avoided clubs like Inter Milan, Roma, Bayer Leverkusen. They probably wouldn't want Wolves, so they've avoided all those. Sevilla as well. They've avoided all those, and they've got Lask. Now Lask went through against AZ Alkmaar 3-1 aggregate after a 2-0 win at home to go through. So very well done to them. They are top of the Austrian Bundesliga. They have 48 points. Next is Red Bull Salzburg with 45 points. So they are doing very, very well, because Red Bull Salzburg absolutely dominate this sort of league. It's very much a Serie A situation where there's usually one team that ends up winning it, and that's Salzburg. So they're doing well. They're top of the league, and they're into the last 16 of the Europa League. Manchester United, however, are a very, very tough opposition. They won 5-0 against Club Brugge. Bruno Fernandes with the opening goal, a penalty after a crazy handball from the Club Brugge defender. I don't know what he was doing. Agalo made it 2-0, and then Scott McTominay made it 3-0 before half-time, and then 2 goals late on from Fred made it 5-0 to Manchester United, who won 6-1 on aggregate. So if I had to make predictions, like I say, I'm not too familiar with a lot of these teams, but I'd go Copenhagen. I think Wolves will beat Olympiakos. Bayer Leverkusen to beat Rangers, Wolfsburg to beat Shakhtar Donetsk, Inter Milan to beat Getafe. I'll go with Roma to beat Sevilla. I'll go for Frankfurt to get through against Salzburg and beat Basel, and I go for Manchester United. And that is going to be a really, really good quarter final. We have potentially Wolves, Bayer Leverkusen, Wolfsburg, Inter Milan, Roma or Sevilla, Frankfurt, Manchester United. It would be a really, really, really good last statement. So that would be really, really exciting. But thanks so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed. I haven't done a video for absolutely ages, so I hope you enjoyed. I hope you haven't missed me too much. Thanks so much for watching this video to the end. I really, really do appreciate it. If you did, leave a like and subscribe, of course, if you are new. Thanks so much for watching. I hope to have more videos for you in the future. My name is Mike, and I will see you soon.